50 Cent recently filed a right of publicity lawsuit, which I hadn't heard of before. I'm not famous for that. So against a celebrity plastic surgeon for insinuating that she performed penis enlargement surgery on him. Let's go to some details of this. According to a lawsuit 50 Cent filed against celebrity aesthetician Angela Kogan on Friday, this all got started during a trip he took to Miami, where he happened to be in the proximity of Kogan's med spa. She happened to, think about that part, don't forget, he happened to be in the proximity. She asked him to take a photo with her in her office, and he agreed, assuming that she was a fan who wanted the picture exclusively for her own private enjoyment. Then Kogan and her company, Perfection Plastic Surgery and Medical Spa, posted the photo on her Instagram accounts, which collectively have 425,000 followers, along with a caption thanking 50 Cent for, quote, stopping by the #1 med spa in Miami. That's what she wrote. Here's that photo that she posted there with him. Chucking up a couple deuces, having a good time, he hung out. 50 Cent claims that in doing so, Kogan, by posting that picture there and with that caption, implied that he had actually gotten work done there, when in reality, that never happened. So again, fast forward to 2 years later, the Shade Room, they published an article about the rising popularity of penile enhancement procedures. The only person quoted was Kogan, who the Shade Room noted, quote, has an extensive clientele of celebrities, including Tiana Taylor, 50 Cent, Odell Beckham, and more. So also in their thumbnail image, this is again back to the Shade Room, they used the photo that Kogan posted there with 50 Cent side by side with the photo of someone undergoing a penile enhancement procedure, and that was obscured by this eggplant emoji there as well. So that was even more insinuation from the Shade Room, which got 50 Cent, he's got his ruffles, his feathers all ruffled. And so this is what his lawsuit then states. That implication was clear. He said they had said that he'd got his penis enlarged at Kogan's med spa. He's suing her for misappropriating his image without consent and false advertising, among several other claims. But Kogan says that 50 Cent has this whole thing backwards. This is her defense. 50 Cent received services, she did say, which originally he said he just kind of hung out and stumbled in front of the front door at that med spa. And her attorney wrote this in a statement, just not of the penile variety. Instead of charging 50 Cent for whatever work he had done, they said that Kogan had asked if she could post a photo of the two of them on her and her company's socials, and 50 Cent agreed to that. Kogan never said or insinuated that 50 Cent had undergone a penile enhancement procedure, and that was all the Shade Room's doing. I think that's pretty obvious that that's what was happening there. And there was one entertainment attorney that was talking to Vice, and he said that 50 Cent's lawyers are being too vague about his interaction with Kogan. But he thinks that if the story is gonna be accurate, that they might have actually a good case here against her for posting that picture saying he stopped by. She didn't say anything else. And if I know nothing about med spa, if I saw the picture, I wouldn't make that assumption until the Shade Room said so.
Yeah, so I think I've solved this mystery. But first, I'd like to note that poor Odell Beckham Jr. collateral damage in this story on the underside of a bus. I don't know if he's gonna sue too or not, but all right. So in the beginning, I had no idea who's telling the truth or not. The first clue is, well, 50 Cent is suing, and truth is a defense against defamation claims. And so that is not exactly defamation, because he's saying that you're using my likeness to profit off of it. So it's a little bit different, but still in a lawsuit, there's depositions, there's a discovery, there's, as Alex Jones found out, there's a lot of things that get discovered. And if you had that surgery, you'd almost certainly find out, right? So that makes it, unless 50 is just the dumbest guy alive, and I don't think he's Kanye. So I think that he probably didn't, okay? Otherwise, suing is a disaster. So that's point one. Point two is, I was just walking by the spa and then I happened to run into her and then I took a bit. Nah, you're not in the street. You're in the spa. Next to her, the sign is behind you. Her spa sign is behind you. She's in her medical gear, right? And plus, I know Miami. That's 166 and Collins. Ain't nobody walking by 166th Street. You're walking by South Beach, okay? But you're not walking by 166 if you're fitty, like you're a regular person, sure, right? You're fitty saying you found yourself, oh, look at this med spa. I happen to be walking by in a rando place in Miami. Okay, so no, he got something done there. I'm leaning towards, but not penis enhancement. I don't know. We're all guessing, and none of us want to actually find out. But at the end of the day, her story seems to make more sense, and it looks like the shade room was way more guilty. From what 100%. We can see in the public, she never said that she did that surgery on him. She just said he came to the spa where they do a lot of different surgeries.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause here's where I'm at. I'm just gonna be real. Like, I feel like as a society, especially when it comes to celebrity, but in general, we have like too much of a willingness to police other people's bodies. And when it comes to this, like, look, if you're a medical facility, like even if you're a really big fan, you have a celebrity coming in, you should get express written consent. And the reason for that, I think, is pretty simple, because even just implying that somebody has gone to a particular doctor could be a violation of like their medical privacy rights. And like, I don't like, it didn't seem like she was implying that he had got any like penis enlargement surgery or anything like that. But ultimately, you should get something in writing if you're a medical provider, right? And you're doing like some sort of service for a celebrity. And even just stories like that, like speculating about whether or not somebody's getting one surgery or another, like ultimately, it just feels like really invasive. People get different surgeries for like different reasons. And it's sort of weird to like speculate about this. And it's especially weird for a medical facility to post a picture like that. Now, I totally understand wanting to take a private photo, like to like share with your friends and say like, oh my God, can you believe I just met 50 Cent? That's like so wild. But if you're gonna put something on social media, like publicly on your business page, that just feels like something that you would really want to get like in writing beforehand. Because even if it is he said, she said about whether or not he said it's okay to put it on the socials, it's a higher standard if you're a medical facility. Like if you're 50 Cent and you walk into a burger shop and the burger shop owner takes a picture of you, even if you don't know about it, you're in their burger shop, and like that's just gonna happen being a celebrity. But like it just gets really, really dicey, because like, I mean, especially as a trans woman myself, I'm in the middle of transitioning. I maybe don't want everybody in the world to be like constantly scrutinizing like everything that I'm doing medically, right? And like, I think we should afford like people who are even in the public eye, like a certain degree of like medical privacy, even when it comes to just what facilities they're going to.
Okay, come to think of it, I have a bunch of stories about my own life that relate to this, including meeting 50 Cent, which I'll tell you at the end. It's kind of hilarious.
You've been to med spa, Cenk?
But that's what I was gonna start with, right? Okay, but I just happened to be walking by. Okay. No, I went to this restaurant called the Uygur restaurant, okay? It's because it was for the Uygur people in China. And so it was an ethnic restaurant. It's actually by my mother-in-law's house. And I walk in, I order, and then I give, for some reason, I gave my credit card. And the guy saw my name, Cenk Uygur, right? And he's like, you're the Cenk Uygur, okay? And he's like, I gotta take a picture with you, and I'm gonna put it up on the wall. And I was like, oh, okay, God bless, thank you for watching or whatever, right? I'm like, but why are you this excited? He's like, don't you get it? Every Uyghur that Googles the Uyghur people first gets your name, right? So the Uyghurs in China, he's like, every one of them types in Uyghur or Uyghur and they get you. So you're like the most famous person in the Uyghur community, and that's like millions of people in the world. Not the last name, the actual people, the Turkic people that live in China. So, but if he was doing penis enlargement in the back, I'd be like, wait, I didn't sign up for that. What are we doing? I'm not that kind of kebab. Okay, so Ben is 100% right. No. If you're gonna do this type of very private thing, you got to get written consent. There's no question about it. Okay. So I'll save the 50 Cent story. Go ahead.
He's what she does. Isn't it skincare or something? If you go generally, I wouldn't even know what else. Like I thought it's a skincare location or whatever kind of work she does, or she helps people out with whatever kind of blemishes and stuff. So the assumption can only be made once the shade room then said so. And who knew, Cenk, that you're now the biggest Turkish name out there? And then, you have to get some enhancements still at the same time. By the way, though, there was one small thing before you tell your 50 Cent story, because Vivica A. Fox, his ex, did have a 50 Cent story, and she was referring to Miss Angela Kogan. She says, Angela, you lying. She was talking about this. That's all I'm gonna say. If that's one thing I know that's true is 50 didn't have to get no enhancement. He's good. She added that this is a rare instance where she and 50 agree. Listen, I'm with him on that one. I'm with him when he's right on that one. No, it's all good. So apparently they had a bit of a messy breakup, is what I'm assuming from the fact that she's saying, I'm with him on this. So she's backing him up, so all the rumors can stop swirling, and maybe he can drop this lawsuit, because I think Kogan didn't do much wrong. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. What's that about the fox guarding the hen house? But in this case, would be a different kind of chicken. Anyways, so look, part of the reason I'm doing this story is because it's a sign of the times. Look at us. We're discussing the penis size of a guy named 50 Cent, okay? And that's because America is obsessed with fame. This is one of the largest stories today, right? And so we're like, how big is their junk? Did they change their junk? Did they keep their junk? What did they do, right? And here we are having a serious debate about it. So welcome to America, welcome to 2022. And it's to be fair to America, it's the whole world over. Which then leads to the final story, which is a funny story about celebrity. So I used to be with CAA. There's 3 major agencies in the media business, and they're one of them. And I had gone to see my agent. I'm downstairs. Now CAA has tons of incredibly famous people. I remember when I first signed with them, I was like, oh, look at me coming up in the world. Okay, so I had a meeting with my agent. I'm downstairs. I'm waiting for my car to get pulled up or something, and a car pulls up, and 50 Cent comes out of it, and he comes straight to me and goes, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like, "Whoa, that's cool." And then we get into a conversation, and then he asked me about my YouTube channel. I'm like, "This, holy cow, does 50 Cent know us? This is great." And this is a while back, right? And then he's like, "Oh, your YouTube channel is larger than mine, man. I got to get tips from you." And I'm like, all right, just a tip though. And then
you got that spot for the rest of it.
I don't know if that was pre or post. Anyway, so and then finally I couldn't help myself because I was like, this is great, 50, but out of curiosity, did you already know the Young Turks, or why did you come up to me? He's like, oh no, Robert Redford's right behind you, and I'm just waiting to talk to him.
But he knew, he still knew.
Yeah, but so I look back, and of course Robert Redford's right there. I'm like, oh, of course. Okay, and that right there is LA. And by the way, all of our obsession with fame, including mine. I mean, I still think that's a great story. I met 50 Cent, Robert Redford was behind me. That was a good day in America for me. Okay.
And you had no idea Redford was behind you.
And by the way, final piece of evidence that 50 Cent might be telling the truth, because he stumbles into people randomly all the time.
Hey, truth. I saw Dave Chappelle sitting on a corner once, just smoking a cigarette. Sometimes they do. Celebrities, they're just like us.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.